everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It's Athens and the home team. A look at the starting group for Athens. We've got Yurtsevin, and it's Lucas in at the point. Out to the right wing. And a miss there on the triple. Now Athens with it. From past the arc. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Baldwin. Over none. It's hauled in by Athens. Osman the pass to Lucas. Jacks up a three. Another three for Athens.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Pass to Marjanovic. First quarter, just over a minute played. Now here's Hayes. 5 on the clock. Marjanovic with a screen for Hayes. Trains it from 17 feet out.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now here's Yurtsevin. Covered by Hayes. Athens needs to get a shot off. Fast break, here we go. Charity stripe shot, and good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Well, so often we see this transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, and right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it.
Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. And Hayes kicks to Baldwin. And here is Marjanovic. Osman, the pass to none. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Here's Baldwin. Defended by none. They set the pick. Pass to Baldwin. Lots of room. Connects, the jumper drops.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
To the middle, here's Osman. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Boy, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Now here's Hayes. Up top, Marjanovic. Pass to Baldwin. Over none. A nice shot by Baldwin.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
It's Lucas. It's good from long range. He's got 8.
And you know, he's going to continue to vary those if that's how they're going to D him up.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the left side wing. Here's Baldwin. Marjanovic, a screen on none. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And that does it for the first quarter. Athens ahead. They lead by 5. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take so far on Athens?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Taking a look at Athens. Pulls from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Hayes.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Pass to Grant. The three. Knocks down the three ball. Grant's got the lead up to 8 now for Athens.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Here's Gutterich, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Gutterich has got himself on the board with 3 there. Pass to Osman. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's the screen. Here's Grant. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Grant's got 5 points now this quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
The three. Drills the three-pointer.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Banked in off the glass. Grant's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
He's covered by Brown.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Athens leading by 6. 1:44 left in the first half of the game. Here's Osman, covered by Hayes. This one for 3, and that one's good. Osman's got 5 points so far.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Here's Melly. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. Takes the 3. No good. That puts him at 2 for 6. There's Lucas inside. Saban hammers it down right over the D.
And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Pass to Marjanovic. He's with it. And they get it. Nunn grabs the board. And so it's Nunn with it. He brings it up for Athens. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. There's Lucas. That 3 off the mark.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
17 seconds left to play in the first half. Now Hayes, down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Number 40.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Fires from way outside. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Athens in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Well, I think for the whole team, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't.
And looking back on the first half of our game, it hasn't gone according to plan for the home team. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Athens leading by 9. We've got Baldwin. He's out there with Marjanovic. And it's Melli in at the power forward. Slukas passes to Yurtsevin. And for Athens, we've got Yurtsevin. And it's Osman in at the 4-man position. Over to the left wing. Here's Baldwin. Defended by none. They recover it. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Defensive foul.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
First team foul.
The free throw drops for Marjanovic. And here is Athens now. We've got Hayes. Baldwin out there with Marjanovic. And it's Melli in at the power forward. Down low. Boom, he jams it straight down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And for Athens, we've got Yurtsevin, and it's Nunn in at the shooting guard. Now, here's Nunn. 6 to shoot. There's Slukas. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. To the inside, and that one's good. Biberovic.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
From outside the arc, nailed from three-point land. He's got 11.
Guys, I'll tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Baldwin.
2 minutes remaining.
6 points for him. Pass to Marjanovic. 5 to shoot. The shot from the low post is good. Marjanovic has got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, overall, their shot selection much better here in the second half. We'll see if that's the case for the rest of the game, if they can keep that up.
There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter of the game. Rick Saban. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. Defended by none. Here's Biberovic. And he lays it straight in.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And Athens decides to take their first time out here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Clock at 6. Here's Slukas. And it's off from three-point range. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
It's hauled in by Brown. And so it looks like Athens will retain possession here. And Athens making a change here. Hernan Gomez is checked in. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Grant surveying the D. The three ball. Drains the three-pointer. Grant's got 10 points.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Four on the shot clock.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Second team foul.
First one falls for him.
At the line for your home team.
Good on both. From deep three-point territory. That shot is off. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Athens leads by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Gutteridge. Pass to Colson. The shot. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Well, the game plan offensively coming out of the half, I like it. I mean, they've been efficient and effective, but they're still chasing the lead.
Taking a look at Athens.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
He's covered by Brown. Pass to Colson. To take the lead. Some solid defense from Grant. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Now here's Brown. He's guarded closely. Grant on the wing. Fires from deep. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
And it's a completely new group for Athens. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. Told us, guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over. You need to go out there and take control now. See how it looks coming out of the timeout, guys.
Thanks, David. Here's Lucas. Got it. Good job in the low post. And Athens leads by 4.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Baldwin. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Boy, where's the effort defensively? You have got to put up a better fight.
Yeah, you know, it's made for a fun game, but you're right. You're exactly right. I mean, the defense has been non-existent.
Now, here's Nunn. Osman, the pass to Nunn, and good that time.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
It's a race against time as they look to make a run here.
Yeah, the clock is definitely not on their side right now.
A nice shot by Baldwin. Baldwin's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, clutch play there. No reason to risk the jumper when you can get to the rack.
Yeah, you want to get those sure things down the stretch, and that close to the bucket, he is a sure thing.
Such a wide open look.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Lucas. Takes it inside. Up and in on the layup.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
I mean, you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
He's perfect from the line this time. And here is Athens now. Pass to Osman. There's the three. Here's Yurtsevin. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And Athens leads by 8.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are 3 points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
"15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Hayes. Hits it from three-point range. And here is Athens now. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul, second team foul. Shooting.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
2 shots.
Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Sinks the three-pointer. So it's Athens taking the W in this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. That shot is good by Campazzo.
And that gets us rolling.
Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Connects from downtown.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Pass to Garuba. Here's Campazzo. Knocked loose. Now Fournier. Here's Vezenkov. Here's the three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Vezenkov's got 6.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Garuba, no good.
I know he wants to answer the three that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Here's Papanikolaou. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. And that one no good to start off the night.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Here's Musa. Fires the three. He drops it from range.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Fournier.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
They set the screen. Lets it go from deep. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. 1:53 left in the first quarter. Here's Vezenkov. He's got 6. There's the triple. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Hezonja gets the bucket. To the inside, Fall. And that's good for 2 as he grabs the feed.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Here's Campazzo. There's a screen from Garuba. Fires from deep. That shot is good by Campazzo. Campazzo's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Pass to Vezenkov. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. There's a screen. Down low. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Deck. Launches a 3. And he buries his first look.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Here's Dorsey. Misses off the right iron. To the left wing. The 3 ball. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
Great awareness in crucial situations. Nicely done.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On target from range. Dorsey's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
To the wing, right side. Six to shoot. Fires the three. The shot, no good. Pass to Vildoza. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. There's a screen from Garuba. And the three off target. Outside Fournier. And it's rejected. They retain possession. And a nice finish on the layup.
So good at keeping his balance. Evan Fournier's ability to stay composed and find a way to capitalize, nicely done.
Pass to Inja. Here's Deck. Fournier covering. Gets the three ball to go.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
To the wing on the left. Here's Vildoza. Right side Fournier. 11 feet out. Inja grabs the miss. Fournier's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Deck passes to Inja. 1:46 left in the first half. To the paint. Here's Deck. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Fall. He's got 5. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Fall's got 7 points.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Here's Garuba. No points so far. Here's Hazonia. Offensive rebound. Pass to Musa. Inside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hazonia. From deep. The long-distance three is buried. 6 points for him.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside Fournier. Let's go with a three. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, there's an all-around aspect to Evan Fournier's game and a really smart decision with the ball there.
Beyond the arc. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day.
It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Hazonia. Launches it. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
What an ending to the first half. A buzzer-beating three to take the lead.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Up by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Guys, how about our winner from the Western Conference?
He's been doing big things down in the paint, using his size and power to just... You know, I love what they're doing, being patient on offense, getting high percentage looks, keep feeding the beast.
Yeah, some of it's approach.
Thanks for joining us. Time.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. The visitors with the ball. 2-point game. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Musa in at the 2 guard. Puts it up from 12. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Pass to Azonia. Lets it fly. A rebound by Vasenkov.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the point guard.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Here's Azonia. He's got 5.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one, and he drops it first. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Clock at 6. 4-3. Garuba with a rebound. Pass to Azonia. Here's Campazzo. The 3. Musa, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Fall. He's got 11. Nails the baby hook. Fall's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's lighting them up. Tough to strategize a comeback when you're being run over.
The home team calls timeout. Garuba passes to Campazzo. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. 6 on the shot clock.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Musa. Back to Campazzo. And the three-pointer goes. Campazzo's got an incredible game. This lead has been exchanged 8 times.
Tremendous show of will and resilience on both sides.
Substitution on the court.
1:44 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Oh, they get a hand on it. Pass to Vildoza. On Tuesday and on Sunday.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
Dorsey, he's checked in for Fournier. Here's Deck. To the middle. And he goes in for the dunk.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Vildoza nails it from 3. Vildoza's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Deck. Throws it up high. The lob. Very well done.
Oh, man, take a look at that one. Just a textbook alley-oop.
Beautifully done. He served it up on a platter. Here's Vildoza. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. There's a screen. Down low. Here's Fall. No good with a layup.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Here's Azonia. Nice shot from the wing. He's got 9.
Since the break, it feels like an entirely new game.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Here's Dorsey. cash it in from close range.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
The third quarter comes to a close. Leading by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter.
I'm still a bit confused as to why he shot it from that distance.
I think as a player, you have to know your strengths and play to them, and that is not within his range.
Pass to Evans. They set the pick. Plenty of room to knock down that one.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Fires the 3. Buries it from 3.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Here's Peters. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. They get the rebound. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Now that's a confidence booster. Great effort on the offensive glass.
This guy just feeds off that fourth quarter pressure in a tight game like this. That's when we can really see the kind of heart he plays with.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. Coach cautioned his team against feeling comfortable. He said the moment we take our foot off the gas, they're back in it. Let's push through the finish line. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Great effort to turn the miss into 2 points.
Yes, sir. Those are the hustle points. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
You know, there's an unpredictability about what Evan Fournier does that keeps defenders guessing. This guy is outstanding at using that to his advantage.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Here's Hezonja. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
First team foul.
First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Garuba with a rebound. Pass to Campazzo.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Musa. There's a screen. Wing shot on the way. Hezonja gets the bucket.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Counted from distance.
Oh, massive three-point shot. I mean, you can tell he wants to step up for his team in crunch time.
Yeah, and when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line.
Three-pointer. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
That three-pointer is big. Cancels out the triple at the other end and helps stretch out their lead.
A minute 15 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Fall, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or 2.
Away team foul. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Throw it back. In transition, here they come. The kick out to Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou. Cash! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Big time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Hazonia. The rebound by Vasenkov. And the visitors call time here. What's the best strategy for them?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter.
Look out below!
You got no chance of defending him right there. The home team calls timeout. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Hazonia. Beyond the arc. And buries it from deep.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive. Really steady from the field.
The shot to force overtime. And so the home crowd treated to a win. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish.
It's the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Jones, Ntilikina out there with Jones, and it's Davies in at the center position. Here's Bonga. Off target from outside. Here's Larkin. Pass to Smits. Shoots it up. And he misses his first shot. Here's Jones. Got a hand on it. Thompson outside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. The visitors with the ball. Outside, Jones. And it's Smith with the rebound.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Thompson left side. Here's Smits, defended by Jones. Poirier passes to Thompson. They set the pick. Here's the three. The shot that time, not on target. Out to the right wing. Pass to Davies. Here's Ntilikina. Launches a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
Driving to the basket. Here's Larkin. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Also relying on his skill there. That's a nice move against length.
Here's Ntilikina. 1:33 left to play here in the first. 6 to shoot. Here's Bonga. Sweet little floater.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Here's Larkin. Thompson outside. There's the pick from downtown. Davies grabs the miss. Thompson's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Pass to Bonga. Here's Ntilikina. Here's Bonga. Puts up a three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bonga's got 5 points so far.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Larkin, defended by Jones. Larkin can't get it to go. Left side, Jones. Davies with the bucket.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Here's Larkin. Thompson outside. No good, unable to end this run. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Up 6. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
We've got Johnson, and it's Nora in at the small forward spot. Jones against Bobois. Here's Oturu. Got it from 16 feet. Oturu's got his first points of the game.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Brown outside. Pass to Jones. Takes it off the glass. Bobois with the ball. They've got Bryant. And it's Johnson in at the 4 spot. There's the triple. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Pakusevsky. Back to Jones. Brown outside. Now here's Jones. Back to Brown. Over Bryant. Brown, good.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
We've got Johnson, and it's Bobois in at the 1. Johnson kicks to Bryant. Over Brown. Bryant's shot is off.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Now here's Brown. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Bryant. They've got Bryant, and it's Johnson in at the power forward. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
1:57 left to play here in the second quarter. Brown out there with Ntilikina. Then it's Jones. And it's Bonga in its small forward. Brown the pass to Davies. Here's Bonga. 5 points in the game. Over in the corner, Brown. Buries it from 3-point range. Brown's got 5.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
They've got Bryant. Larkin out there with Thompson. And it's Poirier in at center. Here's Larkin. Count it, good. Larkin's got his second basket of the game.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
They've got Jones, Ntilikina out there with Brown, and it's Davies in at the power forward position. Just 4 to shoot. Crown shot is good.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Larkin looking it over.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And he makes the first. Jordan Warren. He's checked in for Bryant. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Outside, Jones. And it's blocked.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Nice shot by Larkin.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
To the paint. Davies down low. That shot, no good. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Up 2. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And that is a wrap.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've got Thompson, and it's Nora in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Larkin. Here's Nora. Still scoreless. Just 5 on the clock. Thompson passes to Nora. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
Ntilikina out there with Jones. Then it's Jones. And it's Davies in at the 5, roaming the paint. The shot's good from Ntilikina.
Fleshing out his offensive game over time, Ntilikina wants to keep improving in the paint.
Here's Larkin. He's got 8. Pass to Smits. Fires the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Smits has got his first 3 points of the game. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic Superstar says it's like anything in life, it's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day, because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin, but you just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA thanks. Here's Larkin, defended by Jones. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Poirier passes to Larkin. And Jones pulls it down. To the middle. There's Davies. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Davies has got his second basket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they
Timeout.
need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. They set the screen. Smits passes to Poirier. Over Jones. A nice shot by Poirier. Here's Washington. Pass to Bunga. Brown the pass to Pokusevski. And he goes in for the dunk.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Both teams deciding to change it up. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That's good from Pokusevski. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. It's Bobois on the wing. Over to the wing. Here's Schmitz. A three-pointer is right on target. Schmitz has got 6 points.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Now here's Brown. He has 7. Count the basket. 7 points in the game.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Here's Schmitz, defended by Pokusevski. Pass to Bryant from the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Bryant's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Washington. Still without a basket. 4 seconds left. Can't get the layup.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. They're up by 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Ryan is out there with Johnson, and it's Bobois in at the 2. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
And here's Bryant outside. Sinks the triple.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Now, here's Washington. Lays it up off the glass.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
On the wing, Johnson. Bryant looking around. And the layup's good off the glass. Bryant's got 5 points now this quarter.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Both teams will make substitutions. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during that last break, I listened in on Phil Jackson's huddle. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And that one falls for Larkin. That one falls, so he hits both of them. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Ntilikina. Davies. It's tipped. Right wing. Here's the 3. Nice shot by Larkin.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Here's Ntilikina. Down low. Davies. And it's blocked. And they recover it. Jones with the bounce pass. Here's Bunga. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
And it's in there. Larkin's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Davies, second chance shot, and he lays it up and in.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now here's Thompson. He's guarded closely. Pass to Larkin from downtown. And Jones pulls it down.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Here's Larkin.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Jones looking for an opening. Here's Davies. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Second personal foul, first team foul.
So the first one drops, and that trims the lead to 6.
Davies. 2 shots.
Davies hits them both. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul, second team foul.
And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie barred the door. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
And Phil Jackson wants a timeout. Long range from the inbound. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
Upping his leadership skills over time. When Ntilikina has the ball in a big spot, not afraid to go for it.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
I'm not going to lie, that's big, making all of those, giving them a little bit more breathing room.
To the inside, here's Davies. Money!
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Taking 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
No time to waste on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Bonga, no good. And now we've got the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just hitting themselves.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 9. So he gets them both.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Welcome to Tuesday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. We got a good one in store for you, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. This is Brian Anderson. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Papanikolaou. Fournier for three. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 in this game. The three doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. The three is up. Drills it from deep.
There's a reason why Fournier takes a ton of threes. He's pretty good at it.
Fournier's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. To the inside. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Athens shooting their first free throws of the game. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. About a minute into this first quarter. From 12 feet, jump shot is good. On offense, here is Athens. It's a three-point game. This one for three. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Shot clock at 6. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. The visitors with the ball. Here's Fournier. Tries it from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Athens.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
1:51 left in the first quarter of the game. And Dorsey gets it to go.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Athens shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And the technical free throw is good. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Clock at 6. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. There's 1:12 left in the first quarter here. Pass to Vizenkov. Here's Dorsey. Fournier for three. On target from range. Fournier's got 6.
Fournier with really quick hands there.
Here's your 7. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Outside Fournier. Fades and shoots. It's hauled in by Athens.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Drops in the 3. 7 points in the game. Fires from way outside. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Up by 1. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
Here's Papanikolaou. Still without a bucket. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Pass to Osman. Fires for three. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. And for Athens. Oh, there's the alley. Grant with a steal. And here they come. Oh,
yes, sir.
Wow. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Here's Peters. Here's Dorsey. Gets the three to fall. Dorsey's got 6 points.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Grab the screen. Here's Osman. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
It was a strong move. The shot's just a little off.
It's his first trip to the line. And that's good as he hits both shots. Here's Vildoza. Here's Peters. Pass to Vildoza. Second quarter of basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer off the mark. Pass to Osman. Shot on the wing. And another miss by Athens.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
First half, 2 minutes.
They set a pick. Here's Dorsey. Lets it fly. Ooh, pops the J after a cagey pass fake. Dorsey's gotten his 3rd basket of the night. And Athens calls time here.
And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Outside Fournier. Takes a 3. Hits the three-pointer. Fournier's got 9.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
Off target at the rim.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Here's Papanikolaou. Outside Fournier. 6 to shoot. There's the 3. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That one from the post. He's got 9.
It would take some very special defense to stop him once he gets that close to the bucket, and they weren't special that time.
And so we wrap up the first half, leading by 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
You know what time it is. It's time for your
You'll see teams attempt to space the floor, but these guys really do it. They've got great shooters who take great shots.
And there's more NBA action. Thanks for tuning in.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Man, you got to like what we're seeing from Evan Fournier.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And the 7-footer falls.
There's just no reason to give him inside position.
Yeah, when he's this close to the basket, it's a wrap.
Pass to your 7. Hernan Gomez with it. The rebound by Vezenkov.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Here's Fall. He's covered by your 7. Outside Fournier. Right wing. Here's Fall. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Athens trails by 8. Pass to your 7. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Athens shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. That free throw no good.
Over your 7. Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw is good. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. The 11-footer. And off the front iron, and in it goes. 6 points for him. From deep. Sinks the tray.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
To the left side wing. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Good idea with the fadeaway, but the defense was just all over it.
Takes the 3. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Here's Fall. He's covered by your 7. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on to wear your 7. The first one falls. So both teams changing it up here. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Athens trails by 4. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Out left to the wing. Pass to Fall. Here's Peters. Here's Dorsey. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. 56 seconds left in the third. For the lead. It's hauled in by Fall. Here's Fournier. Sweet little floater. Fournier's got 14.
Hand in his face, and Fournier says it doesn't matter. I'll take these 2.
Nunn with it. No points yet. To the paint. That's good from Grant on the assist from Nunn.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Fournier. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the long J. Fournier's got 5 points in the quarter.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
And they pick up 2.
Say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Misses from short range. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Up 2. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Grant. Outside none. To take the lead. Pure from three-point range. Nunn's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Peters. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And for Athens, inside, it's stolen. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Pass to Vildoza. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Yep, that one goes.
This is when you need a defensive presence, but it's just not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense, not that last possession.
And Athens calls time here. Both teams will make substitutions. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. The head coach for Athens had some instructions for his guys during the break. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to your 7. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Here's Vasenkov for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Vasenkov's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Athens trails by 5. That shot off the mark. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Fall. From 6 feet away. Count that one.
That's unblockable unless they can get a bigger man on him. Got to learn your lesson.
That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
It's rebounded by your 7.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Your 7 a screen. To the middle. Pass to Osman. And here's your 7. Launches it. It's hauled in by Fall.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shot.
They set the pick. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
At the line for 2.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. On offense, here is Athens. Here's Hernan Gomez. No good with the triple. Well, if they score here, they could effectively end this one.
Yeah, and their main objectives right now, taking care of the rock and using some time.
Pass to Vezenkov. On the wing, Fournier. Here's Vezenkov. Clock at 4. Fournier with the ball. Fires from deep. Fires in the triple.
Well, showing some ball skills and the shooting ability. Fournier taking this one over.
Hernan Gomez gets the bucket. The visitors with the ball. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul, third team foul.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
0. Taking 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's an 8-point ball game. And Athens calls time here. They're down by 8. All right, guys, what do you think?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming, and not enough time for them to get back in it.
Osman with the bucket. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top. Yeah,
Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Ntilikina. He's out there with Jones. And it's Bonga in at the 3 spot. Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From past the arc. And the basket by Jones.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Outside, Jones. On the wing, Jones. Ntilikina passes to Bonga. To the paint. And it ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Jones. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 5.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's Azania. Clock at 4. Here's Musa. And the 3 ball is good. Musa's got his second bucket.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Ntilikina passes to Bonga. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Campazzo. Here's Musa. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 9.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
Pass to Jones. 1:46 left here in the first quarter. Davies with the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Campazzo. They set the pick. Here's Deck. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
First team foul.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a 3-point attempt.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Good on the second free throw. And he nails the third.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Here's Ntilikina. Out to the right wing. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Can't leave anyone uncovered around Ntilikina. He is so adept at exploiting situations like that.
It's Herzonia in the corner. No good from outside. Here's Davies. Pass to Ntilikina. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Davies misses.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Musa with the bucket.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Musa's gone to work from the arc, nailing all 4 of his attempts. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. It's good from long range.
And ball movement is important to any club. Ntilikina making it a priority to share it with his guys.
Herzonia with the ball. Nothing on the board. Pass to Deck. Here's Musa. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
They get a hand on it. And it's denied. And it's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Coming off the floor for your home team, number 5. Number 5.
Had the space there, but it's offline.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Pass to Washington. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Lets it go from deep. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Bonga, the pass to Washington. The rebound by Enja.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Pass to Pakusevsky. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Shoots it. Nice spin off the left rim and in. 7 points in the game. He's covered by Washington. They set the pick. Here's Deck. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Pass to Pakusevsky. Here's Bonga. Top of the key, Washington. Shot clock at 5. Bonga gets the bucket. Bonga's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Campazzo. Back to Hezonja. Here's Campazzo. Drains it from beyond the arc.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Brown outside. Here's Davies. Drops in the layup for 2.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Musa passes to Tavares. 55 seconds left in the first half. Here's Campazzo. Releases from the wing and drills it. Campazzo's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Ntilikina. No scoring in this one. Brown deciding where to go with it. Pass to Davies. 5 to shoot. Lets it fly from 18. Jones, no luck.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
And he makes that one. Musa's got 17 now.
Well, what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with this hot shooter.
Outside, Jones. Inside. Here's Davies. Misses the baby hook. And we finish one half of basketball. They lead by 11. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, man.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the visiting team.
They're not a play.
That is more than enough of us.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here's Bonga. We've got Hezonja, and it's Tavares in at the 5. Here's Ntilikina. Jones for 3. It doesn't go for him. They've got Jones. Ntilikina out there with Jones. And it's Davies in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Tavares, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
We've got Hezonja, and it's Garuba in at the power forward. Here's Ntilikina. He has yet to score. Back to Jones. Shot clock at 6. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Jones has gone 3 for 5 from the field. They've got Jones. Jones is out there with Ntilikina, and it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Garuba. Here's Campazzo. Hands it from downtown. Campazzo's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the 3rd quarter. Ntilikina kicks to Jones. Right at the free throw line. Again, the miss by Jones.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the last few years we saw teams giving up bounties worth of draft picks and trades for star players, but with teams now possessing more roster spots to develop prospects and about 3/4 of the tradable picks awarded by just 1/3 of the NBA's teams, we may not see so many picks given up moving forward. Kevin?
You're exactly right, David. Something certainly to keep an eye on. Yes, that goes in. Ntilikina's got his first points in this one.
Timeout, timeout. Started.
So both teams making some changes here. .133 left in the third. Pass to Enja. Here's Hezonja. Drains the three-pointer. Hezonja's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Brown outside. Jones sets the pick for Brown. Rebound by Tavares.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Back to Hezonja. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Hezonja's got 5 points now this quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now Pokusevski hasn't made one yet. Brown inside. Hezonja defender. Shot clock at 3. Here's Pokusevski. Knocks down the three ball.
It's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
And here is Hezonja. 5 points in the game. And taken away by Brown. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Up by 16. And time for the short. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammates. That is pretty.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Yui, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. Pass to Brown. Now, here's Washington. There's the 3. The rebound by Ibaka. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Washington. Nails the 16-footer.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Pass to depth. To the paint. Just 5 to shoot. Latrey gets it to go from beyond the arc.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
6
Davies dishes to Jones. Pass to Ntilikina. There's a screen. Back to Jones. 5 on the clock. Here's Bonga. Hezonja defending. Bonga gets the bucket.
Jones.
And so here's the home team. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. 1:52 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Garuba, defended by Jones. Here's Campazzo. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Ntilikina. Jones, the pass to Jones. Davies down low. And it's blocked. And they'll get another chance. Here's Ntilikina.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
Yeah, all right. That'd be an automatic benching if I was coaching. What was that?
Here's Garuba. Offline with his three. Garuba's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Pass to Davies. To the wing on the left. Lets it go with a 3. That shot missing. Here's Campazzo. Tavares kicks to Hezonja. Here's Garuba. Takes the 3. Traps in the tray.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Bonga.
Isaac Bonga. 3 points.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. A confident win and one where they clearly showed.
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Shoots a fadeaway. No good off the glass. Now here's Hayes. The D's right on him.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Baberovic. Here's Baldwin. Fournier covering. Screen by Marjanovic. Hayes. Floats one. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Vezinkov. Fournier for three. Knocks down the triple.
And the quick release of Fournier. Man, he's so good at getting his shot off as soon as the pass reaches his hand.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Pass to Hayes. There's the triple. The rebound by Vezinkov.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
They set the screen. Down low. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Pass to Baberovic. 1:49 left in the opening quarter. Connects from downtown.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Papanikolaou. Clock at 6. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. Here's Baberovic. Pass to Hayes. Here's Baldwin. Fournier with some nice D.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
59 seconds left to play in the first. Pulls it from the top of the key. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Here's Baldwin. There's a screen. Pass to Hayes. With time running down on the shot clock.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Vezinkov. Here's Papanikolaou. No made baskets yet. It's hauled in by Baberovic. To the inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Pass to Hayes. There's a screen. For three. He drops it from range. Hayes has got 5 points.
This three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Here's Dorsey. Pass to Vildoza. Here's Peters. Lets it go. No good there, off the double clutch.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
And it's Dorsey with the rebound. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. And it falls all over the rim and in. Out to the right wing. Fires the three. Doesn't go that time.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Vildoza. Off the mark there with a three. Here's Guterich. He's scoreless. Pass to Hayes. Over Fournier. No good. A bit long that time. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Vildoza. And here is Fournier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Let's go with a three. Drains the triple. He's got 6.
And you know, when it comes to carving up the defense, Fournier, very clever, especially in the pick and roll, where they don't have any idea what to do with it.
The home team calls timeout. There's a minute 34 left in the first half of basketball. Now here's Hayes. He's got 5. Pass to Baldwin. 6 on the shot clock. The three ball. He buries it from 3. Baldwin's got his second basket of the night.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers. Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Here's Baldwin. Screen by Marjanovic. Blocked! And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. 40 seconds left in the first half of this game.
Good awareness and range to get out there for the rebound.
Here's Papanikolaou. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Takes it inside. Here's Vezinkov. He nails it, and we're tied.
Showing great poise. Passes up his own shot for something better.
Here's Baldwin. Shot from the low post is good. Baldwin's got 5 points now this quarter. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Leading by just 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Hayes is out there with Nico Melli. Then it's Boban Marjanovic, and it's Beberovic in at the 2. Pass to Baldwin. Here's Marjanovic. And that one, good. Marjanovic got 6 points.
He kicks it out, takes advantage of the open space. That'll leave a defense scrambling.
Here's Papanikolaou, still without a bucket. And there's a pick. 3-pointer. Melli with a rebound. Hayes against Fournier, and he lobs it up. It's picked off. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Here's Fall. Oh, hey, how about
Big
that?
time right there. Big time.
Woo. And he takes that one up and powers it through. Here's Beberovic. From downtown. The rebound by Vezenkov. And here comes the break. Fournier for 3. Sinks it from distance. He's got 9.
And Fournier has been an absolutely lights-out long-distance shooter every season he's been in the league.
Timeout. The home team calls timeout.
Start it.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Here's Papanikolaou. And he's going for the oop here. Up high, and down it goes on the lob.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Now here's Hayes. 5 points in the game. Melli to pass to Hayes. Hits the trifecta. Hayes has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Here's Papanikolaou. 1:41 left in the third quarter. It's hauled in by Beberovic.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
Pass to Hayes. Just 5 on the clock. Beberovic can't get it to go. Beberovic has gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Outside Fournier. Over to the left wing. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Oh, swiped away. Here's Baldwin. He has 7. And finished off by Hayes.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scale.
Now here's Fournier. 9 points in the game. Knocks it down from distance.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Marjanovic. It's hauled in by Fall. Here's Vezenkov. Outside Fournier. For the lead. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. They lead by 2. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
And there's the screen. To the middle. Stolen! Pass to Vildoza. To take the lead. Sends it home from three-point land. Vildoza's got his first 3 points of the game.
Throughout the second half, they've achieved excellent efficiency on the offensive end.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
Here's Vildoza. He's guarded by Birch. Here's Dorsey. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
The home team calls timeout. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He was very encouraging with his guys, saying to them, we are still in this one. Don't give up right now. Get out there and let's grab this lead from them. Guys, let's see if the intensity picks up here.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Baldwin. Pass to Melly. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
Great job drawing the foul and almost converted the shot as well.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
And so he hits both. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's the pick. Shot clock at 6. Into the lane. And he gets that one.
And I understand we're seeing some potent offense, but you have to put up more of a fight defensively.
Come on now, look. Sit back and enjoy the fireworks. Nothing better than good offense.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Baldwin. An easy 2 on the layup.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage, never mind the layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Here's Papanikolaou. He's defended by Hayes. Here's Papanikolaou. Off target from three-point range. They've been behind for a few minutes now.
And I think that's about to change.
Oh, swiped away. Here's Vazenkov. He's defended by Hayes. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. 6 on the shot clock. Uses the glass on the layup.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Here's Baldwin. To the paint. Here's Marjanovic. And it's in. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
They set the pick. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Here's Baldwin. Pass to Baberovic. He shoots it. And he sinks it.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn.
With the fadeaway. It's hauled in by Marjanovic.
And I don't understand. Why is he going to the fadeaway? Just go straight up with it.
Here's Baldwin on the take. Money.
And for them to get out in front, it feels like they're going to need him to lead the way.
And the visitors call time here. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Here we go. Nico Melli is out there with Hayes. Then it's Boban Marjanovic, and it's Baldwin in at the point. Baldwin with a rebound. Here's Baberovic with the drive. Over Fournier. Baberovic can't get it to go. Out to the wing. Fournier for 3. Sinks the tray.
And when Fournier gets rolling, watch out now. A high percentage shooter. He's very gifted at getting the looks he wants out there.
Here's Baldwin. Softly drops in the floater.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Pass to Vezenkov. Here's Papanikolaou. Lets it go from deep. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Here's Baldwin. And it's good.
Credit the plays they're calling for him. Getting him right now some good shots. It's very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
The home team calls timeout. Here's Baberovic. Pass to Baldwin. From the line. It's hauled in by Fall.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Baldwin. There's the drive. Oh, he nails it! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
If you give him any sort of space, he's gonna attack.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Sure, it's not over. Clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
The home team calls timeout. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
And it's in. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Boy, I tell you what a well-designed play, executed beautifully, too.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
When you've got your opponent down, don't let him up. This one's all but over.
Here's Melly. No good from outside. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul, 5th team foul.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5.
Evan Fournier at the line for 2.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. And so the road team gets the W in this one. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime, they...
everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and Athens. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Ntilikina. He's out there with Jones. And it's Davies in at the 5 down low.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Ntilikina passes to Jones. Here's Bonga. And it's good, 2 points.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. And he's good on the 3 ball.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Pass to Ntilikina. They set the pick. 3-pointer. Yurtsevin with the rebound. And Nunn has got the ball here for Athens. It's a 3-point game. And it's Osman missing.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Bonga, no good. Now Athens with it. Here's Lucas. No good on the 3. Bonga deciding where to go with it. Now here's Jones. Defense right on him.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
Bonga's gone 2 of 3 from the field. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Pass to Nunn. 6 on the shot clock. It's on target from the high post.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Bonga. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First trip to the line for him here. And the first one at the line is good, so it's both teams making substitutions here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Athens needs to get a shot off. From deep, Hernan Gomez buries the long-range jumper. Hernan Gomez has got 6.
Listen, even average 3-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Here's Bonga. Hernan Gomez covering. Davies. It's blocked, and that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Substitution on the court.
52 seconds left in the first. Just 5 to shoot. There's Brown with the 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Athens.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Pass to Jones. The kick out to Brown. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, that's not exactly the most solid screen you'll see, but it still works.
For the 3. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Athens leads by only 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Athens?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
That one doesn't drop.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Pass to Pokusevski. Back to Brown. Pokusevski with the ball. Jones finds Pokusevski. And here's Brown outside. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
No defender within 5 feet of him, just inviting him to shoot the three. That's a dangerous proposition.
Fires from deep. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Now, here's Brown. 8 points for him. It's good. Pokusevski's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, Pokusevski looking really confident on the interior, doing a nice job using his size to his advantage.
Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That is not an easy finish. Had to get that one up and over some very tight defense. Good, strong move.
Pass to Jones. Brown inside the line. It's hauled in by Athens.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Here's Osman. Grant outside. To the inside. It's hauled in by Brown. Pokusevski finds Jones. Back to Pokusevski. Now here's Brown. Tight defense on him. Offside Jones. Shoots over Grant. Jones, no luck.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Athens moving the ball around. And it's Osman missing. He's covered by Grant. Pass to Jones. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Brown is checked in for Jetty Osman. Now here's Brown. Grant for 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Brown against Grant. There's 38 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Pokusevski, and it's all evened up. Pokusevski's got 4 this quarter.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Nailed from three-point land.
2 trays now in the second quarter after he hit one in the first.
Here's Washington. Down low. Shoots the 3. That shot off. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Athens ahead, leading by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
You take a look at the visitors. This is when it starts to get real. You pass the opening night energy, and you're not as well rested as you were in the offseason.
They've had the hot hand from deep. So I'm giving these guys the green light. Keep riding the perimeter game until they take it away.
They sure made it look easy. That'll do it for our show tonight.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've got Yurtsevin, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3. Here's Bonga. Drills it from outside. Bonga's got 9.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Jones is out there with Ntilikina. Then it's Jones. And it's Bonga in at the small forward. And for Athens, we've got Yurtsevin, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3, the small forward. Bonga gets the bucket.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Dunn looking around. 3-pointer. And Jones pulls it down. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's the lob to the hoop.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Osman, defended by Jones, to the middle. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Ahead. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Here's Osman. He has yet to score. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Bonga. Shoots. Yurtsevin with the rebound.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
There's the pick. Here's Lucas. The shot, no good. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Milwaukee. To the wing right side. Here's Ntilikina. And a miss there on the triple. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 7.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Pass to Pakusevsky. Now, here's Washington. To the paint. And finished off by Brown. Third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Lucas, he's covered by Washington. It's deflected.
Oh, send it back, Alexei Pokusevsky. Make him feel that 7-foot frame.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Now, here's Washington. He's tightly guarded. Fooled the D with the pass fake right there. Washington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The 8-footer, and the shot goes in.
Boy, the bounce pass put right on the money. Nice assist.
and give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or...
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. They're up by 2. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Back to Brown. To the inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
From deep Washington. Good on the triple.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
To the right side. Back to Brown. Shot clock at 5. The offensive rebound. Athens moving the ball around. From outside the arc, hits the three-point bomb. Brown's got it all tied up now for Athens.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
Yeah, when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line.
And it's a completely new group for Athens. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, I listened in on Phil Jackson's huddle. Now, he emphasized it's anybody's game right now. He told his guys to focus on finishing the task at hand and not to get distracted. He wants them to go out there and play with authority. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Pass to Davies. A second chance effort, and he sinks the layup.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
And doing that kind of dirty work down low makes a huge difference in a game this close. What a play on the offensive glass.
Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Yurtsevin with the rebound. Yurtsevin's got 4 rebounds in this game. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Athens.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long. Well, this game has the feel that it could come down to the wire, so that is just the kind of success they need to have at the foul line.
Inside, out of bounds, Athens takes possession.
And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
Athens leading by 3. Lucas passes to Nunn. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Ntilikina. Down low. Stolen by Yurtseven. Hernan Gomez passes to Osman. And 1:01 left in the game. And here's Jones. Pass to Davies. Over Yurtsevin. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just one.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Here's Osman. Shoots a three. Knocks down the three.
Both teams putting their energies into the offensive end. Where's the D?
Good question. So far, these teams just seem content to shoot it out down the stretch.
And so the timeout by Phil Jackson here. .29 seconds left in the fourth. And Nunn has got the ball here for Athens. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
Here's Davies. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Taking 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5. From deep three-point land, Herman Gomez grabs the miss.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Bonga. Misses the 3. So Athens wins it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it.
And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And here's Edwards. Clock at 6. They set a pick from behind the arc. And he buries his first look.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Hezonja. Here's Musa. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. Edwards with it. The three is up. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Here's Musa. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Edwards. Connects from downtown.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Here's Musa. They set the screen. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Garuba. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him about how difficult it is to game plan for someone like Trae Young, and coach said to me, I told our players to play up on him. The more he moves and runs around, the more likely he is to get into a rhythm, so we need to stay aggressive against him. Sounds like this might be a very physical game, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Here's the Silva. Garuba with a rebound.
Nice contest, a high level of energy. That's how you play defense.
Pass to Campazzo. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. And he gets the bucket. He's got 9.
Coming out hot, 4 out of 5. This could be a big game for him.
There's a screen. Launches a 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
See, he had time to line it up. And you know what? He's capable.
Pass to Hezonja. Back to Campazzo. Here's Hezonja. Back to Campazzo. Over Edwards. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. First free throw is good.
Shooting for the away team.
No good on the second free throw. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Deck. From the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. 19 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Napier. Drops in the layup for 2.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Here's Deck. From deep three-point land. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. They lead by 3. And back to... And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Lays it up and banks it in. Deck's got 5.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Outside Napier to the wing on the left. Shot from the top of the key. Good on the jump shot. Pass to Deck. Here's Gonzalez. Inside. Garuba passes to Deck. Now here's Ibaka. Booker defending. Shot from the wing. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. No good on that one. And he's good on the second. He's guarded by Napier. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. On Sunday, then on Tuesday.
At the line for your home team, number 24.
The first free throw is good. So both teams making some changes here. So hits 1 and misses 1 at the line. Right side Edwards. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Put the game on the line. Ice Trey is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I work too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. Shot is good by Edwards.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pass to Campazzo. Deck inside. Booker defending. Deck. That's good. Deck's got 9.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Edwards can't get that one to fall. Here's Deck. 9 points in the game. Pass to Campazzo. Here's the 3. Sinks it from distance.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And there's the turnover. Pass goes out of bounds.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, pay the price.
So both teams changing it up here. The home team calls timeout.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Lets the three fly, and that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Pass to De Silva. Will it go? Drops in the 3.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
From outside the arc. De Silva with the rebound. To the middle. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Azonia. Down low. Here's Musa. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easy.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And he recovers it. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Up 9. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Guys, I want to talk about something else for just a second. Is it me, or have the alternative jerseys around the... And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the home team.
So they've got some...
Thanks for tuning in.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Here's Campazzo. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Musa in at the 2. Back to Campazzo. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Campazzo's got his third bucket of the night. Campazzo's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Three-pointer. And Musa pulls it down.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Pass to Azonia. Here's Garuba. Boy, he overdid it there. Too much force on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant 1.
You know, it's just hard to watch a player put the well-being of an opponent at risk. He rightfully earned that flagrant.
Yeah, the officials are all over that one, sending a clear message that that kind of roughness is unacceptable. So he gets them both. Pass to Azonia. To the paint. Here's Musa. Second chance effort. And he lays it up and in. He's got 13.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Outside Edwards. Pass to De Silva. 5 on the clock. And here's Edwards. Fires from the wing. That one falls. Edwards got 10 points in the game. Edwards gone 4 of 8 from the field. The home team calls timeout.
Starting.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Azonia. Yet to see a basket. All sorts of time. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Pass to De Silva. Outside Edwards. 4-3. On target from range.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Musa. We've got 1:48 left in the third. Here's Garuba. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside Edwards. Pass to De Silva. Back to Edwards. It's deflected. Here's Garuba. Guarded by Edwards. Here's Musa. There's a screen from Garuba. Puts up a 3. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
Man, he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
And the visitors call time here.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
.107 left in the third. To the inside. Booker. And Booker with the jam.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Pass to Ibaka. To the middle. Here's Deck. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Good on both.
And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
Any hope of coming back to win this game looks near impossible.
I know. The way things have gone so far, hard to imagine.
From deep. He drops it from range.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Inja. Here's Deck. He's got 11. That one goes in.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Right side, Napier. There's the 3. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big-time shot from him there.
Well, through 3. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Drains the triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Inja. Here's Deck. 6 to shoot. Now here's Ibaka. Booker with the defensive effort. Down low. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
A deep 3. From beyond the arc and then some.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one. But look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
And the visitors call time here. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. We get it again. De Silva. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Making the most of the second chance opportunity.
Hey, the hustle is real, and the hustle is rewarded. Pass to Musa. Here's Hazonia. Fires from deep. Pure from three-point range.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Here's Campazzo. Lets the three fly. Unable to get that one. Here's Edwards. And Campazzo pulls it down.
I'm not sure what happened there. His family's in the building. I don't know. You have to finish those.
Pass to Hazonia. Here's Garuba. Here's Musa. It's good. Here's Edwards. 1:09 left to play in the fourth quarter. And he lays it up and in.
Leaving the defense in the dust. How do you guard against a move like that? I don't know.
Edwards has gone 6 of 13 here. Pass to Hazonia. Here's Musa. And there's the screen. Pulls up on the wing. Connects. The jumper drops.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
There's 37 seconds left in the game. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Musa. Back to Campazzo. Shot clock at 5. Ooh, pops the J after a cagey pass fake. Here's Edwards. And a comeback here looking very unlikely.
Absolutely everything would have to go their way at this point. It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. This one was a fun one.
you